Like, yeah. Oh my God. What do you want me to do? Open it? Yeah. It's all in my body. No! Oh my God, that was like a different time of pain.
What's going on out there in YouTube land? We came out of nowhere. She was ready for me.
I was here. This is my wake-up call.
We're here with Danielle Moinet. You guys might know her as Summer Rae. She's been all over the world, been on TV. You guys have seen her on Divas. She's been on the WWE ring twice,
Yes.
a couple long runs. Now she's doing all kinds of other stuff as well. She's going to the Super Bowl. They just did BYB Extreme Bare Knuckle. She does in-ring interviews. She does a ton of media for them, so make sure to go check her out over there. Millions of followers across social media. If you're not already following her, go over there right now, leave this video, go subscribe. She's dealing with some back pain, some neck pain. She's on the road. She's got 5 weeks going here. She's ordering clothes as we go, finding therapists along the way, and she's in town for BYB Extreme, and she managed to find us as well. So thanks for coming in.
Thanks. I'm excited. I can't really walk today, so.
Yeah, she was covered in blood last night.
Yeah.
It was a literal.
Not my blood.
Not her blood.
You should have seen the other person. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. So we're gonna work on her a little bit today. She's gonna tell us a little bit about how she got into wrestling, how she got into the media stuff she's doing right now, and talk about like some of the trials and tribulations that come from taking bumps, from being on the road, and how she got into the industry. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's rock and roll. So Danielle, tell us about how you got into wrestling to begin with. I know you used to be in the Lingerie League football.
Yes. So I was doing full contact sports, but always just watching wrestling, and I always wanted to be a wrestler, but I think I was like scared to fail, I guess.
Did you grow up watching wrestling?
Yeah, with my dad. Oh my gosh, the brain, the cranium, that is so tender. Can you feel it? Like, what does it feel like? Oh yeah, your soul leaving my body. So watched it growing up, and just thought they were just like larger than life and just the coolest thing ever. And the guys and girls, like I didn't particularly start watching the girls till I was a grown woman living in Chicago, and people would ask me if I could go out on Monday nights, and I was like, no, I'm busy, and I would just be like,
Raw is war.
just watching Raw. Yeah. So when I was playing in the LFL, I went with some of the White Sox players because we went to their game and they came to our game, like Ozzie Guillen Jr. and stuff. And we went and we sat behind the commentators, and I watched my now best friend, Barbie Blank, Kelly, and I watched her have a match. And I think it was the first time in my life just watching something and knowing, oh, I could do that. Like with every fiber of my being, like in my body, I was like, I could really do that.
And did you have favorites growing up? I'm assuming we're roughly the same age, or you were an Attitude Era.
Yeah, like I loved Holly Molly Holly, and Trish, of course, and Lita. And now like I worked with them, which is like crazy, you know? And then Stone Cold, of course, which is weird that I know him now too. And Ric Flair. I wrestled with his daughter a lot. And then, yeah, Natty. I saw you worked on Natty.
Mm-hmm.
That's my arch nemesis in the WWE.
The slap her around the world.
No, but I like her now. Kinda.
The wrestling fans watching will know what we're talking about.
She says more people ask her about the slap than Bret Hart when she does her meet and greets.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's so funny. But
now getting into football, did you play sports in high school?
yeah, like I ran track. I definitely feel like I had to make myself athletic. Like I wasn't athletic naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I went to college. My poor parents, they just thought I was going to be in a desk. I have a business job. And here I am.
Next thing you know, you're out there throwing touchdown passes, taking bumps all over the world.
Oh my gosh, I know. When I first started doing it, my mom, like, she didn't understand the magnitude of it. And so eventually she came around, but she kind of just was like, what flavor of the week is this?
Did she go to like live shows?
Yeah. Okay. Once they saw it, like they were so proud of me. Yeah. But I think it's like hard to comprehend when you're a parent. Like, what do you mean you're going to be a wrestler?
Yeah. What do you mean? Don't you want thousands of people screaming your name?
And my grandma's obsessed. My grandma, you guys will see on my social media filming. She's 95 now, and she still watches. And she'll watch like John Moxley at AEW. Like, but when it was me, she would always laugh when I would take bumps. Like, it was the weirdest reaction. I think she was just like nervous I was getting hurt.
Hey
Hey guys, let's take a time out and let me tell you about today's sponsor, DM Law. I know a lot about accidents. I used to treat people who've been in car accidents all the time. If you've been injured in an accident, you may be entitled to significant compensation and you should take action immediately. DM Law can help. You can talk to one of their personal injury lawyers for free to learn about your options. They are a full-service personal injury law firm serving Missouri, Kansas, Illinois, Oklahoma, Colorado, and Nebraska. They've recovered over $600 million for thousands of clients, and they can get you the justice that you deserve. DM Law believes every injury deserves the right to recovery. Put a big-time law firm on your side. As you focus on your recovery, both physically and mentally, let the professionals at DM Law Firm recover your assets. DM Law offers free consultations, and they work on a contingency basis. What that means is you don't have to pay anything up front. As a chiropractor, I see a lot of people who are injured in accidents, and unfortunately, a lot of them don't know their legal rights. It's a stressful and overwhelming time, so they don't go about consulting with an expert, and they end up with injuries that can have long-lasting effects, out of money, out of time, and it's a very sad thing to see. But at DM Law, Mike's got this. Insurance companies have every incentive to not pay you what you deserve, but DM Law will fight for you. Many of their attorneys used to defend insurance companies, so they know how to get coverage for complicated cases and explore every option to ensure you make a full recovery, not only physically and emotionally, but financially as well. They take cases that other law firms are just too scared of taking. Their dedicated team will focus on the legal matters for you while you focus on your recovery. While we can't change the past, DM Law can improve your future. So if you need legal representation, you need to find the best. You need people that know the system well and that have dealt with these things, these companies over and over and over again, and they're going to fight tirelessly to make you whole. DM Law is one of the best law firms in the Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Oklahoma, Colorado, and Nebraska areas. And the best part is you only pay if they win, so you have nothing to lose consulting them today. If you want to see if you're entitled to compensation, you can reach out to DM Law. We put their link below in the description. Thanks a lot, DM Law. Let's get back to the video.
And what was the transition like going to TV? Was that pretty shocking to see yourself on I mean, I guess you were on TV anyway with
Yeah, like a little bit before I did interviews and stuff, but no, I never thought about it. I guess that's a good question. No one's ever asked me about that. But I think at that point I just had been training that I just wanted to be on TV. Then I was like, finally. But it's just up in there, huh?
Like a little bit more to the left there.
Oh my God. Why is it in my brain like that? Where does that stem from? Oh my God, that.
Oh, traveling that you've been doing.
That is crazy. Oh my God, I don't feel it there. I feel like just wherever he's pushing. That's good though, that I don't feel it in other places today.
life.
Yeah. So it's shocking now that I have the back pain. I feel like I don't feel I always have neck and scapula, my subscap.
And what do you think that's from? You think that's from wrestling?
Yeah,
Just
that's
life?
constant car accident. So
Literal.
in the ring. No, just whiplash.
Hey, how bad of a driver are you? So actual wrestle. Everybody else has problems with.
So it's bone spur on C4, and that's just from wrestling. But I think I can just.
Is it your right leg?
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
I just can't think right now. So a lot of people have bone spurs, right, and can live with it, and it's fine. But then when I even just go like that, I can't feel my fingers. So just it's always been like that. So I lift 5 pounds in the gym. Or just learned how to get around it. And in Pilates, I just started planking 2 years ago. That's a big thing.
And you've had a lot of therapists work on.
Yeah, and I feel like it comes here from my neck, so I'm a little more conscious to be back here.
Here.
Yeah. So that's your first rib, right?
A little bit forward, but
Yeah. So that pops out.
And do you still get chiropractic adjustments fairly regularly?
Yeah, I try to, but it's I'm always on the road. So I have a really good doctor in New York, so whenever I'm in there, it's crazy the difference between that and that.
Like that shoulder already dropped down.
And then it's just it's just so annoying in the gym because I can I'll do 5 pounds here, I'll pull maybe 15, and then here I'm so jacked. There I can do whatever. So yeah, an old producer of mine, he produces for I don't know, he wears many hats at WWE, Don. He called me a year ago, and I didn't even return his call. He called me twice. He was like, "Can you call me back?" I was like, "Hey, what's up? Do you want to talk NFL? What are you calling me for?" He's like, "I think I have a job for you." and they were looking to bring someone on full time, just like someone that's like not going to leave for other promotions, and someone that was long term. And once I heard that people like Goldie was on there and Claudio Trejos, like it's like, wow, like you guys have the best of the best, yeah. And just seeing like what bare knuckle can be, like how it's not even legal in more than 30 states, and the growth in that excited me because, I did a lot in WWE, and I feel like afterwards you're kind of like, what do you do? I feel like a lot of wrestlers deal with that, and you'll never get like the excitement of that again, and you'll never get like your dream fulfilled again. You'll just find it in different things. And yeah, so we had a good interview, and then I flew to the fight in February just to see if I could like stomach it. And though it's bloody,
There's no blading in this.
yeah, like though it's bloody and though it's intense, I feel like live, it's way less intense than it looks on social media. Like the slow-mos on social media and like seeing the jaw dislocated. Like when you're watching it, you're like, oh, what happened to that guy? And then you see him look up, you're like, oh my gosh, when that happened? So
Yeah, because when you were in WWE, it was more the PG area, so there was
like people
there's no blood. There's a little bit, but
and like I mean
not that much blood.
Yeah, like I was there when Natty's husband, like almost died. So like there's bad things that happen a lot, and it's really scary, but it's never like last night we had a bloodbath, and it was just crazy.
The main event, man.
And even his opponent did really well. Like he's Hawaiian tough man, and like his first fight, he didn't really get punched too much. So they both really, really, really were good.
So you're gonna bring your lat all the way up like that as I push that good day.
Yeah, there I feel like there.
Okay. You use down. I can get that first rib.
Ass. Bring it up.
Not yet. Healthy one.
Okay. My nose is running with all the allergies.
Plus, it's like 12 degrees in this room. Although when you're getting body work, it's not as cold.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You're like, somehow I'm sweating even though it's 30 degrees. So we want to hear some road stories from your time in the WWE, some stories you haven't told before,
Oh my gosh.
the wildest things you've seen, and you can omit names if you want to.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the worst. The worst, yeah.
So look all the way to your right this way, and then all the way to your left.
I'm kind of particular with hotels as far as like, I don't feel safe in like if it's a motel with my door accessible to someone stuff. We just have fans, and the girls would travel, and we would get somewhere at like 3 a.m.
Let's keep doing that over and over.
Like looking to the left.
Yes.
Okay. And so who you travel with is really important because you would want to pick stuff. And I do like a Holiday Inn or something. Like I'm not like bougie, but like I hate when it smells like smoke. And we were in Waco or Laredo, Texas. I can't remember. And we turn off the light and we go to bed. And like we're almost asleep, me and Tennille, and we hear something. And I'm like, did you hear something? And she's like, what is that? And I kind of hear it, and it sounds like someone's like kind of like whipping a mat or something. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, are we like, what is this? We turn the light on, and it's a bat. And it's a bat. Wait, go this way. It's a bat. And with the light on, of course, it starts freaking out, and it's going side, and I'm like, ah! And I'm the most non-girly. I mean, I don't think any of us are really that girly. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm under the sheets, and she's like Australian. She's like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God. And I think we call downstairs, and it's like the night person, like they're night auditing. And they're not really like checked in mentally. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's that bat. And they're like, what do you mean? So we try to open the door, but like it has to go through to darkness, like it likes to be dark. All I remember is someone got a broom, someone came in, I'm under the sheet, we were trying to trap it. It was a mess. And so now I'm just traumatized. Whatever kind of hotel that was for a while, she would always say, do you want to go to Quality? And I'm like, no.
All right. So lat, I'm gonna pinch right here. I'm gonna reach for the sky, okay?
Okay, because that
I'm gonna go for it.
already hurts.
And I'm sure you have some interesting fan stories. What's the weirdest interaction you've ever had?
Probably like
Back down.
probably to step on someone like at signings, which you pay me, I'll do it for the right price.
That are fans of the feet?
Yeah, so but like I have my shoes on. Oh yeah, people want to buy everything. Like they want to buy pantyhose and you can fill in the blanks. There's a kitten around. So but
Toe socks.
yeah, like there's a lot of foot stuff, which I don't knock it, but I don't sell it either.
Right.
I just feel like if you feel like really close to me, like the number one, not number one, but like a very common occupation of stalkers is the morning news person,
Really?
a meteorologist, because people have them on their TV every single day.
Oh,
So
you mean the people that get stalked?
yeah, like you feel like
I thought you meant like meteorologists, not food. I was like, wow.
they're bored with the weather.
Yeah, I see that.
And it's funny because it's like, though I've been gone from my home for so long, I remembered our meteorologist name, Greg Fischel. Like, I don't know, he's probably 90 by now. And so it's just funny because it's like they think they know you, especially if you're a woman. And there's all these stories of like, people behind the bushes and stuff. So luckily I'm good with stalkers, but I know some of the girls like AJ and Paige, where maybe they seemed more relatable or like where they're in the comics and like I'm not, and like our fans are, where they're like, oh, I could date her. I think with me they're like, that bitch. Like I'll date her.
Yeah, if you notice, I don't have my name on the front door. Or
So
even YouTubers have these issues where you end up getting restraining orders.
people overshare on the internet way too much, like on Instagram. Like I always post where I am kind of like after I'm there.
Right.
I'm really shocked how good this is.
Yeah?
Yeah, like it's usually pretty painful. I don't know. I don't think I can have it. The one guy that I went in the peak of my injury, WWE said, or they let me pick kind of who or someone in LA, and it was this guy in Beverly Hills. I'll have to look up his name, but he is the Clippers guy, and just what is that?
This is your so scabbed.
Let me open it.
Crystal gets deep.
Oh my God, that's what she said.
She's been deep inside me a few times.
Okay, there we go. Oh, it's when you come in. Oh my gosh.
Sure.
Who has better pain tolerance, men or women? Yeah, so that was my story. So, he has like hands of an ogre, like the biggest hands I've ever seen. He's like older, like bigger guy. Oh, I gotta think. And it was really hard to get in with him. I always went to the PTs, but then he would, because of insurance, like he would have to see me like, oh my God, what do you want me to do? Open it? Yeah, thank you. And he reset my pelvic floor one day, I guess, put me on the wall. And he would tell me, he's like, Shaquille O'Neal, like he barely can take anything. All the boys, like, they scream like little babies and they can barely take anything. Oh yeah, that feels good. And so he put me on the wall and he like stuck his ogre hands like in my pelvis and he's like, breathe, like tell me when you're gonna, pass out. And I was like, no. And the whole time I'm thinking, well, we're not just play, like in here to play games. Like I gotta take it.
For work.
I'm breathing and breathing. I'm thinking he's bound to stop. And he just kept going. And I was like, is he just waiting for me? And then he finally, I finally like tapped out. I was like, okay, hold on. And I was like, I have to sit down. And I sat down and I like almost passed out. And he was like, you went so long. You're so tiny. Like, that's great. And it was crazy. Like my whole body felt so light. It was really like amazing. But that's when he was like, the bigger the boy, the more they like scream.
Oh yeah. The screams that have come out of
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yeah.
This room?
It's true. Because I also just think, yeah, like if you want it to get better, you have to be a little uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, you got to go through it.
Yeah.
to feel good.
All right, let's hear your WWE Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
5.
Well, last night John Jones was going to come to the fight, so I was going to say, geez, like John, we had Cain Velasquez and Holly Holm. I was like, that's a pretty solid half of Mount Rushmore there.
There you go.
for MMA.
WWE.
Yeah, so WWE. It's a good question. I mean, you have to put Undertaker in there.
Okay.
Um,
This is yours, not
You
not the
know.
overall.
Yeah, I would put Undertaker in because it's just so nostalgic. When the music hits, you just can't beat it. And it's Taker. Like, he doesn't have to do anything. You need a big guy in there at some point. I'd have to put Shawn Michaels in to do the dirty work, just to be the technical wrestling side of it. This is if I'm booking it, as a promoter.
Mhm.
For the show aspect, I would have to go with either The Rock or Stone Cold. So I'm going to go with Stone Cold. Just promo-wise, because Taker's not cutting the promo. Shawn Michaels can, but we want him to do what he's best. So I do Taker, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold. How many are Mount Rushmore? 5?
It's 4, but we always just round up to 5. There's a hidden face. We'll have some people 6, like Mick and Kurt Angle. We give them 6.
Yeah.
DDP also. Wrestling historians, they need more
Oh
spots.
my gosh, so many people have messaged me saying I need to do DDP yoga. And I'm like, yoga makes me hurt so bad. And he's like, I made it for you. Like,
It's good. It's good. It's helped a lot of people we know.
it feels nice. I need to get this. Sean sent me the links for all the things. I was like, I will be in my hotel room cupping myself. Like, I want to put Eddie Guerrero in, like, just, that's like an unconventional
I like it.
choice. Because then I have to kick out like the Ric Flairs and the Steamboats. Like, love Steamboat when I was growing up. But yeah, I did.
You're a real wrestling fan. She's like, Frank.
And Steamboat used
Ricky Steamboat is not a common name for this generation.
he trained me a little bit, like in NXT. I think he was like one of the first people to show me an arm drag, which is
Wow.
crazy. I did like arm drags on my tryout, and then I came back when I was hired. I couldn't remember how to do it. They were like, "You did them really well." I was like, "I need that." Yeah. I want to know who everyone else said.
You're gonna have to tune in. You have to go
And,
find the
I'm
episodes.
trying to think. So how many? I bet 4. So I said Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero,
Taker.
Undertaker,
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. I'm gonna get shit for not putting a girl in there.
We'll do it. You give us a second list in a second for an all female.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm a big NWO girly too. So it's like, I loved Razor Ramon and Kevin Nash. It's so weird. I know Kevin. The weirdest thing. Oh, one of a weird aha moment for me. Oh man, do you put Bret Hart in there? Because I put Shawn Michaels in there.
It gets deep.
I was at a signing about like 5 years ago in England, and like Rick and I know each other well because of Ashley, and I'm from North Carolina, and he's just so nice. And we're sitting in the green room, and at first it was just me and Bret Hart, which he's not chatty. Like I really like haven't had many, like we know each other, but like he doesn't really talk a lot. And he started telling me the stories from like his road and his time, and I was like, oh my gosh. So then Rick comes over and Rick joins, and I'm just like sitting there, and then Big Show walks in, and they're all at the table. It's like me, Bret Hart, Ric Flair, and the Big Show, and I'm like, this is crazy. I remember thinking to myself in this moment, I was like,
Holy.
someone take a picture of me, like what's happening?
Yes.
That hurts so bad. That's just my bicep. Oh.
Yeah, I get a lot of shit on the channel because I actually prefer WCW during the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, half of them ended up going over there anyway.
Right.
So like, I love the war in general. That's why I love AEW, and that's why
It's better
like,
for everybody.
yeah, like it's just a good time to be a wrestling fan. It's good for business. Like Seth Rollins even said that. I think everyone wants everyone to hate each other. They want WWE and AEW to hate
All
each
wrestlers, the more options, the better.
Totally. And I remember when Seth, I mean, I don't know if it's taboo to say it or if I don't think they've ever told WWE talent not to say AEW, but it was just interesting that, yeah, like Seth said that. He was like, I have so many friends over there. Like, why would I not like it? I watch it all the time.
All right, let's hear the women's.
Women's. So,
First of all, what is a woman?
who knows? Like, if you identify as a woman, I don't know. Yeah, definitely Trish and Lita, obviously. I would put Bull Nakano in there.
Nice.
Love her. I watched a lot of her stuff when I was. No! Oh my God, that was like a different time of fame. What did that feel like for you?
Really, really ropey.
That's the first time I've heard that. It like shot to my middle finger. Oh my gosh, who did I used to watch? Sensational Sherry.
Solid.
Watched so much of her when I was training to be valet and like when I was working with Fandango.
Mm-hmm. Busting out the dance moves.
Yeah, like Hunter was very particular with me, like because Fandango was Vince's like baby.
Mm-hmm.
And grab one to the table.
Okay. And he just didn't want me to take the shine. He just wanted me to like valet, like China. It's hard that he used the reference to China because you can't turn the TV on and not look at China,
Right.
But like a really good valet, and Paul Heyman's the greatest example of that is to not be noticed,
Mm-hmm. So is that 3 or did we get all the way?
Oh yeah, so Bull Nakano, Sensational Sherry, Trish, Lita,
Okay, we got it.
and then
That's a solid, different
Solid.
list. I like it.
but then like
I like a unique list.
I would want to put like a promo girly in there.
Because like anybody can come in and be like, okay, Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Stone Cold.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like it's an unconventional. Yeah, I think putting Eddie in there is like, he's just, I'm booking as like a promoter.
Right.
Like that, you can't just like have a bunch of technical workers who are not going to sell. Who would be your Mount Rushmore?
Me? Oh wow, nobody's ever turned it back around on me before.
It's hard when you don't look like a roster right in front of you, but like. But I'm sure some people would put Ultimate Warrior and stuff, but like.
Yeah, I mean, Ultimate Warrior was my favorite growing up, for sure. But
I don't know.
but objectively, like, there's no planet where his impact was as big, or the wrestling technicalities.
Oh.
Although he went to chiropractic school, so.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. He went to chiropractor.
He didn't finish, obviously. He got ants in his pants, but that's like a fun wrestling lore story. I mean, for me, I guess I'll just say like the most impactful ones over time, and that's going to be the same ones that everybody else would expect, which is Hogan, Austin.
Yeah.
Just the most generic list that anybody's got their Flair, Cena.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, Cena really could be up there.
But I could appreciate technical wrestling, but I'm more of a a car crash happened.
Like I guess I was putting together an NBA team. I was like, hey, we need a point guard.
Yeah, I noticed that.
We need a big
Here's
guy.
Here's a technical wrestler. Here's
a talker.
I caught that.
Here's the big guy.
That was an interesting approach.
It's like between Undertaker and Great Khali. I'm just kidding.
I just like people to talk their shit. So.
Oh my gosh, Great Khali. Oh, I have a little. This is a funny story. So, I love Mark Henry too. Mark Henry's like just a big teddy bear, and he's funny, but he's also like very intimidating, And if he's a lot of the big guys, rightfully so, when we were in Europe, would get very cranky because I mean, everything in Europe's small. Like the elevators, like the Big Show would have to go by himself, like an elevator. We usually could fit like 2 people with luggage in the elevator. And so one night, I think Big Show slept in a bathtub because it was bigger than the bed. And so rightfully so, they're just pissed off when they're like in Europe, And so, that's weird. Weird. I didn't know I had skin there. Don't make me flabby. We're on the bus in Europe, and the Big Show and Kali have worked together for at least a decade at this point. Like they've just worked together for so long. And like Kali's really sweet, but like, you know, he's not like spitting out paragraphs of intelligent information. Like,
Sure.
you know, he's speaking when he wants to speak. And he's very like rarely speaks up, you know, and Mark Henry's kind of keeping to himself. And Kali said when he goes, I think I asked or something, I was like, Kali, like when did you start wrestling? Like what made, like no one was talking about us. I was just like, you know, when did you start wrestling? And he said, when I was a little boy in India, we were really poor and like we had a really, really small TV. And so I'm like picturing big Kali with like this tiny TV, like big baby Kali,
Yeah.
tiny TV. And he goes, and I would turn it on. And do you know what I saw when I turned it on? And like everyone's listening, but like some of the boys are listening, but like looking out of the window. I think like Roman and like all the guys. And he goes, and I turned it on and I saw this guy with a bunch, he was like this beautiful girl with a bunch of sushi on her. And then Mark Henry, or he pointed to Mark, he goes, sexual chocolate, ate it off of her. And he's like, he goes, and I thought, if I do this, I can get girls like that. And
Amazing.
I have never seen Mark laugh so hard. He turns around, he's like, what? He just started, and we're all laughing. We're like, what? And he's like, Mark goes, you never told me that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I remember that. And he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, and you know, like he's not even saying in that many words. Like we're kind of all piecing it together. It was the funniest thing. He's like, I wanted to be sexual chocolate. And I'm like, bro, you're not. Like, I hate to tell you. Maybe like caramel. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
I also wanted to birth a ham.
yeah, you're sexual caramel. But that'd be a funny video entry for the video is your sexual caramel.
Listen.
Yeah.
Flavor of the week. Whatever it's got to be.
It was so funny. And then I was like, oh, Mark, like, there's your story. Like, you would have never known that unless I asked the question. But
That's good.
Mark,
That's why you're doing what you're doing now, because you're good at running the interviews.
I have like a little candy bar at home that says sexual chocolate, and he gave it to me. It was cute.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna lift up your leg,
Yeah.
one leg at a time.
Okay.
So as high as
Is it the same?
Which was harder?
They both actually feel the same.
Okay.
Oh, my feet are always unbalanced too, like both.
So I'm gonna do a little bit of hammering, okay?
Okay. I don't think I've gotten this done before. No. I've seen it on Instagram. Oh,
Right there.
is that my SI?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting hammered on camera.
Yeah. It's a little tender. Yep. I feel like it makes my leg longer.
Yeah.
Oof, that's sensitive. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I'm like super flexible in that way. Yep.
Okay, go ahead and lift again.
It's weird that it doesn't hurt. Oh yeah, that helps a lot. Oh, like that's that's never tender. That's so tender right there. Yeah. Do you want me to move my arm?
No, you're fine. Yeah. Is that kind of comforting when we hold like that?
Comforting?
Like, is it soothing almost?
No.
No?
Just
Okay.
makes me not move. No, it's haha.
Okay.
It hurt. It makes you hurt more.
Right.
Cause I'm not moving away from it, I guess. Okay.
Well, it's tender, okay?
Okay. Why am I laughing? I'm like my grandma when she watches me wrestle. fuck. Oh, sorry. There's a kid here. Oh my god.
We have a PG-13 channel. You're fine.
Oh, that was like a painful tickle, like a pickle.
A pickle.
Oh,
Got yourself into a pickle, a Jackson Wink.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm like tensing.
Are you okay?
I'm trying to relax. Oh, what is that? It's so sensitive.
So high. It's nice.
Oh my god. Oof. It's like the weirdest place to have pain. That's so weird how it like goes down.
Yeah.
Oh god. Mm.
What's something surprising you don't think your fans would know about you?
Well, usually my music shocks people.
Mhm.
Like when I put that on Instagram, people are like, that's crazy. Or when I go to shows and they see that, because Saray and I used to go to a lot of rock shows and stuff. And oh my god, I spoke too soon. I should have never told y'all about this. It was my idea. What else? Well, because I played a bad guy on TV, like people are always. I put it on Instagram now for like 12, 13 years, but like I take care of my grandmother full time, and she's almost 96, and not full time because I'm on the road. But I'm her primary caretaker, and so everything goes through me, including medical.
It's still real to me, damn it. She's not a villain all the time.
Oh my god, I know. So that's like, I would say like 50 to 70% of things when people come up to the meet and greet, they talk to me about my grandma and like how sweet that is, and they didn't expect that, and how busy I am. And most people like, we just got a caretaker this year, but just how a lot of people like still don't like care about the elderly and like give so much of their time. And I've never thought of it like that. I just, it's my grandma. It's my best friend.
Right.
Like my only tattoo with her is her like fingerprints. So one side's her fingerprints and one side's mine.
That's cool.
Yeah, in the shape of a heart. But so I guess that's good. And I like putting that on Instagram because I think everyone should like take care of like that. Like that's why I have to have kids or else no one's gonna take care of me.
Right. What are some tips to staying fit on the road?
Oh my gosh. I used to be crazy and like do meal prep before like WrestleMania and stuff. But now I try to go to the grocery store, or I try to like get Airbnbs versus hotels so I can cook. And it saves a lot of money too, or just like eggs in the morning, like eggs and oats. Because even when you're going to restaurants, like they're still putting like oils and stuff. And like I sleep, when my neck's really bad, I sleep with no pillow.
Same.
And I sleep, this is weird. This is how I sleep. Like I'm in a grave. Yeah. So if I'm ever like have a girl, like, you know, like we're sharing a bed somewhere, or like if I start dating a guy, I'm like, I'm going to look like I'm the Undertaker. And I'm sleeping. A good beauty secret that happened accidentally was because of my neck injury. I have to like sleep on my back now. And it helped. Yeah, I mean that's not even my bad side. Sleeping on your back helps with wrinkles and bags under your eyes. Because if you sleep on the same side, that's the bag under your eye that's worse. And so like people always say that, but then it's like so many of the comments are like, I can't sleep on my back. Like, wait, that's crazy. And I have trained myself that like I'll occasionally be on my side, but like I'll never be on my stomach. Once or twice a year, then I have to go to the chiropractor the next day. Like
It messes you up.
it's so bad, yeah. Oh my god. That shoots up my whole chest.
So are there any pickup lines that actually work though?
Yeah, I think if you like make a girl laugh, that's always solid. And I think if it's like corny or like intentionally, like a dad joke's really funny, you know? But I think it's hard to like approach women. Like I understand, I just, maybe because I work with a lot of guys or like have guy friends, it's like I understand that it takes a lot to ask a girl out or like approach a girl. And so like,
What's the best dad joke
oh my
you've
gosh.
heard?
How are we gonna do this? It's fine. Does it feel tighter?
It's tight.
I'm trying to like relax.
No, as I'm gonna get lower, it's definitely tighter.
I don't know a dad joke. Do I not? Do you guys have one? Oh, that's like sharp and painful. Oh my gosh, I made so many inappropriate jokes on camera on the mic last night. Like,
Sure.
I'm finally just starting to like get a little relaxed there, and then I'm like, who gave me the microphone? The one guy he knocked him out, headshot this guy out so fast. But they counted him out, but he was out. Like he was out cold first punch, and then he got like 2 more punches and fell down. And he counted him because they counted it was like 13 seconds, or else it could have been the quickest knockout in bare knuckle. But Yuli was there, and Yuli has
So like a 4-second one.
yeah, so he has the quickest knockout in combat sports. There was something recently that challenged.
Did he
it.
fight or he was just there?
But no, he's just there. He's working for us now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's starting to do maybe like podcast work and stuff. He's retired. He just retired.
Okay.
And so at my Ashley, has he ever come for treatment?
Yeah,
Or
he
Ashley?
does.
Oh yeah. And because he used to wrestle with Dana. She loves my grandma. And so I had all these questions I was gonna ask Hatch, and they knocked the guy out like in 4 seconds. I was like, oh my gosh. So I got up there and I was like, you know, we have an attendance here, the guy that has the quickest knockout in combat sports. I was like, you might have just got him, but they told me in my ear just now that you did it and you missed it by a couple seconds. And so he was like, oh man, he's like, story of my life, always a little too short. I was like, yeah, it's always this couple inches, huh? And I said it, and the whole crowd lost their mind. And I was like,
10 out of 10.
oh, like a
Skins to
I don't know if I like forgot I was working or I just thought I said it under my breath in the microphone. The whole crowd just lost their mind. And then after Cody was like so crazy. He just started like spitting. He started talking so passionately, spitting blood on me, just spitting. And I was like, well, congratulations, don't touch me. Like then everyone laughed with that too. And I didn't even think that was that funny. And they were like, oh my God. I was like, hey.
Got jokes.
Okay. Like on your leg?
No, right there.
Okay. Like no.
Go and breathe in. And out. One big one right there. Let's do the other side.
My ankles are always stuck. It's all so sensitive. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh my God, I did not think you were gonna get that. That was so tight.
Okay.
Oh God, that hurts. It's like right at the bottom of my skull.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had that.
Oh.
And you did YouTube also?
No, I didn't start on the train back when everyone was doing that. And now it's
Just Instagram,
and now it's like so hard to get going, huh?
Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. I always forget about Twitter, but wrestling Twitter is like huge.
So where else can they follow you then?
So yeah, just Instagram, Twitter. It's just Danielle Moinet, Moinet. I look crazy. Oh, I saw the one where you did that with Javante. They went like so viral. That's so funny. I wonder why.
How's that feeling? Look up and down, side to side.
It's good range of motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I definitely feel like less like actual physical pain from like this. I don't know about like yeah. Like more range of motion. So that's good. Because I think I've just gotten used to like having that like sitting pain for like 2 months.
It's a little tight. Keep in, take a little tight.
Oh my god, yeah, that's the craziest.
Get obliques really quick. So I'm gonna pin right here. I want you to side bend away from me.
What do you mean?
There we go. She's like, wait, I signed up for this?
I was like, oh my gosh.
I want this.
So my leg like leaves the ground. Is that okay? Oh god. So what can I do to prevent? Like, why are they so tight?
Well, these 17-hour
Drives.
something.
Yeah. Cena used to have like a pillow he sat on the dress, like for his butt or something.
That's one thing I think the fans, I think they're starting to understand too, but like the amount of like row is driving city to city.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like that's why like having a driver and like what they do, it's like it's even then it's not like a glamorous life. They're like, you have a bus. I'm like, yeah, so he can like sleep because he has to be on Good Morning America at 6 a.m. Like and TV got done at 12. Like it's not
Yeah, when you're that wealthy, it's
right.
game's a little different.
It puts years on your life. Yeah, like even the 6, 7 in the morning flights, like those early flights, like towards the end of me, I started making my flights like 10 a.m. and it changed everything. So by the time you get home on 3 hours sleep, you gotta take a nap anyways. Like it's the worst.
I think the last time they were in town
Too bad that's
was a house show, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
And they were just in El Paso, so they drove up that day, and then it's like you get here, you go find a gym,
Totally.
try to find food.
Food. You don't want to do Chipotle every day, but if you have to, it's okay. But like the good thing about the cold weather is I would just get food and keep it in my trunk. Like I don't need to have like a fridge.
Yeah.
Like during the summer, you can't. It's a little harder, but
And it's like get to the arena, makeup, hair,
yeah. Like always have oatmeal on me. That's like good breakfast for me.
perform, and then right after that, it's like get back in the car and go.
Yeah,
That's a lot better.
that's better.
Oh yeah, that was
That's
awesome.
nice. Also, like I feel like
Nice.
I would do this to stretch my lower back before, and now I can just
Feel your hamstrings and calves stretching
Yeah.
and stuff, right?
like it's not like I was doing cat cows for like 3 weeks, and that helped a lot.
Mm.
Like they were putting it in, it would stretch it, but now it's not too much.
Well, you squeezed. No.
What they say about people with big hands,
Big ego.
big mittens.
Sir, more time.
That's good.
Yeah. It's good. What do y'all think? Do you think I ever need a disc?
We're gonna find out, I guess.
Yeah.
Tell you about right now.
Good. I feel like really good. Like I'm not like standing in pain anymore.
Okay.
But I feel like way more range of motion, which is crazy. So
Is there a paper here?
it's nice, like clear. Yeah, that doesn't hurt. It just felt like a little tight, but yeah,
You
it
just
felt
practiced
good.
already? Sassy's, you already know this?
So sassy hip. Here's this.
Sassy.
Very
And then
sassy.
you're gonna pull back like that when it's up to.
Okay, because that just alone pulls there.
Yeah, that's that TOS, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Just my shoulder. That was my shoulder.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Back.
Nice. That was a good one.
I mean, I'll take lower back over shoulder injury any day.
Sure.
You know, like it's so like, oh my gosh, fabulous.
Sweet. She survived. So guys,
Scott.
and make sure to follow her on Instagram, Twitter. Show some love. You guys go check out this bare knuckle fighting. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's BYB Extreme on Instagram and Twitter and everything. And we'll come to your
Come into your
state
town
soon if it's legal.
if it's legal. If it's not, then yeah, just watch the clips. Are they doing live shows? Are they doing pay-per-views or anything like
Yeah,
that?
so it's just pay-per-view like once a month.
Okay.
But we're going overseas a lot this year.
Is that on what
It's
What
on
platform is it?
Fuse TV. Well, we're on TV, and then I guess EN Sports. I think that's the Spanish one.
Okay.
And then there's somewhere else, maybe soon.
So
They haven't announced
if
it.
you want to see her covered in blood, that's where you'll check it, and you can
Yes.
hear her dad jokes and talk about, if you last more than 4 or 5 seconds, it's actually a good night.
Yes.
I mean, for me, it usually is. So,
But
yeah, follow her. It's great having you in.
thank you.
And-
Thank you. Follow me. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
See a mortal one holding the portal gun, a chiropractic goat in the game that is over